Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your experiences below in the comments. All right, y'all, this is the very last, what's it called? Repeating digit reading that I'm doing. I don't think I'm going above 5 repeating digits, but I wanted to make sure that I had, references for you guys. All right, so I am looking for the 5. Here we go. 5 right there. Also, I am doing angel number readings for 11/26 until the 26th of December, which does happen to be my birthday. So make sure you guys sign up before then. Okay, so we're going to get into the 5 5s here. All right, so the number 5 is okay. So if we're going the number 5 times, we are talking about significant life changes, major life upgrades, right? 5 times 5 is 25, which comes to a 7, which is definitely some kind of internal growth, some kind of inner look. So that is what I'm feeling right now. So right now we have 5 important changes bring positive opportunities. You fulfill your own destiny. Make positive lifestyle changes. So I do get that you guys are being urged to make some changes in your life. The ones that you want to make. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have to listen to what I say, how you should change your life. I don't know how you should change your life, right? Only you know that. The issue with 5 is that it has so much uncertainty attached to it. It's kind of like 5 is very erratic, and and when I say that, it's just because 2 5s equals 1, where 3 5s equals 6, where 4 5s equals 2, and 5 5s equals 7. So most numbers have a visible pattern, and even 5 has a pattern because you'll see it, like the odd numbers go up and then the whatever. Look, I could explain it all day, y'all. Y'all not numerologists, but the pattern is there, right? It just takes a little while to catch on to what the pattern of 5 is. And so that's why it causes so much uncertainty, because some it's like 1 minute you're looking in, next minute you're looking out, next minute it's just like it can be overwhelming. So I do get the energy of feeling overwhelmed for whatever's going on in your life right now, right? So we got 3 5s going upside down and 2 5s that are upright. And then these 2 5s do, as I said, equal 1, which could represent you, right? But then we also have this 5 that is in reverse that's coming out in the middle, which I'm getting this feeling of feeling unknown. Like you guys are dealing with a lot of uncertainty. So we have 5 upright, change, health, hope, vitality. And in reverse, we have uncertainty, energy loss, lack of motivation, right? So right now I'm getting the lack of motivation very, very heavy, even though there are things in your life that you should be looking forward to, which I hate to say this, the lack of motivation is definitely coming from your inner circle. I feel family very heavy just because the number 6 is right here. I feel like you have a lot of naysayers in your family, which can be very difficult to overcome. So one thing that I learned in my Psych 101 class, right, many, many years ago, y'all, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, is that we get our sense of self from other people, right? And the beginning of that is our childhood, right? By the time you're grown, your sense of self is already developed, right? But when you're a kid, if your parent is calling you stupid or smart or saying you bad or you super extra good, da da da, whatever the case may be, we as children, we do try to live up to those expectations. And at some point in your life, you have to realize that your parents' expectations, they don't have anything to do with you, right? That's them. This is your life. You don't have anything to prove to family or anything like that. You only have to prove it to yourself. You have kids, you have a duty to represent what you would like them to be in life, and it needs to be something good, right? I'm just gonna add that it has to be something good. If you're teaching negativity and all of that, I'm sorry, no matter how negative you feel about a certain group of people or a certain type of people, it's not for you to push it on your kids, whether it be their parent or whether it be an outside force or their own family, whatever the case may be. And I do get that a lot of you had experienced that to the point where it can be confusing, right? It's kind of like when we are raised, we have our we have our political values instilled, right? And we also have our religious or spiritual values instilled in us, right? But there has to be this point when you grow up and you reevaluate the things and the lessons that you've learned and all of that, and just come to this kind of consistency with yourself. Okay, this works, this doesn't, and make sure you're not living in any type of like cognitive dissonance. Spirit is saying cognitive disorder. It's like the shit that's happening in your life doesn't match up in your mind, so you're kind of like denying it. Don't do that. It's ugly. Let's pick some charms. Let's pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. I don't know why all these stars came out, baby. Look at how the 5 got all these stars, y'all. You can't make it up. It's like, ooh, okay, so we're gonna start over here. We got a snowflake. All right, I do want to make some jokes about that, but I'm not going to. But I do know that snowflake is like this term of being like overly sensitive to certain things that don't fit into your purview or the things that you want. And then we have a little rocking horse here, which gives a vibe of standing still while pretending that you're moving at the same time. So this is like immobile movement, being stopped, right? I don't know why the word launched is coming to my head, but I feel like spirit wants to like propel you forward, but you have to come to terms with the some kind of cognitive dissonance that you had, some truth that you have been unwilling to accept. Okay, some truth that you have just not been able to accept. Make positive lifestyle changes. I feel like that is the major lesson of this reading altogether, because you have to change our lives like all the time. Like you can't look back at last year and be like, oh yeah, I'm the same person I was last year. You should not be the same person that you were last year. Life is about growth. If you guys don't learn anything else by being on my channel, is that you want to make sure you are overcoming all of these hurdles, paying back all your karma, because we don't get away with shit. Y'all might think people get away with anything, but let me present this to you, right? Would you rather serve your karma here on earth, or you want to serve it after you're gone? And God knows where. We don't know. I mean, I know. I might, help you guys out, but again, nobody is trying to do any type of hell spells and go through those kind of lessons, because they hurt, they're painful, and they last way too long. So if you can handle that shit while you're here on earth, it'll be a lot less painful and it'll be a lot quicker. And I don't know why I went down that whole rant, but there you go. So we have this feather here. Spirit is trying to push you. This energy loss is I don't know. It's a very important dynamic because it's kind of like it's the lack of motivation. It's not having the energy to move forward. And spirit's like, it's okay. I have your back, right? Change, health, hope, vitality. And what I feel here mostly is hope. That spirit wants to push you into a place where you will feel heard and you can get the things you want out of life. Issue here, this five pentacle is given five of pentacles. Um, right? This is also giving a new energy as well to kind of propel you over this five of pentacle energy. Okay, so five of pentacles can definitely be like lost out, left out in the cold. The five of pentacles is kind of like taking a loss on something. It could be physical because the pentacles are physical. So it could be like physical money, or it could be like physically people, or anything, something being removed from your life, right? The spirit wants to remove this. Something has to be removed, and it's kind of like if you are outside in a coat and you have on a coat, but there's a better coat for you right there, and spirit's like, here, take this coat. Well, you gotta take that other coat off first in order to get the warmer coat. And so yeah, you may feel cold for a minute, but you have to believe that, hey, I'm gonna get a new coat, or whatever the case may be, so you can be warm. You guys do have karma that needs to be paid back. I feel like your soul has taken a lot of hits that can go either way. Um, so let's talk about it, right? Because I just always want to make sure that I am super clear when it comes to karma. If you stand by somebody that is doing bullshit, you're going to get their karma as well. And here is something that is interesting. The only way to really experience karma, right, to the point where you can move on and actually pay it back, you have to be accountable. People talk about accountability all the time, and I honestly don't think they know what the hell it means. Because when your accountability is always, oh, but this person did that, oh, but da 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 da, you want to make excuses. That is not accountability, period. Accountability comes from, yeah, of course, understanding why you did something. It's always good for you to understand it. But if you accosted me, I really don't care why you did it. Just give your apology. That why you did it is for you to understand, right? So again, make sure you guys are paying people back, and I mean that in a way that if you have injured somebody, make sure you pay them back, whether it's money, apology. Make sure that you are not living in this energy where you're like, oh, it's a past, I'm not worried about it, right? Um, because at the end of the day, and we can all be like, oh, um, I don't, as long as I make money, or as long as I have this, da 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 da. But when you pass away, I promise you, when you leave this earth, you do not want to be looking down on people and they are having these negative things to say about you when you're gone. It's not going to make you feel good. Like, people talk all that shit when they're alive, like it's not going to matter. But set your legacy straight right now, okay? I feel like a lot of things have happened with this standstill because you guys have vaulted up your heart. I feel like you have a lack of empathy, a lack of sympathy, and all of this is because of some kind of trauma that you have not overcame in the past. And this is definitely carrying on negative karma. You guys have to be careful, okay? I don't want to see anybody going through, the situation with generational curses and perpetuating curses, or worse, creating new curses, okay? Man, I'm telling you, this one has come out in all the readings I did this week. That's crazy. We got Hagalaz, we got T-Wise, we got Sawilo, we have Othala. This one has came out a lot as well. I feel like right here with Sawilo falling on this 5 with all the stars, Spirit is definitely trying to give you hope, right? We got the star and we have like the sun. And it's just like you have to be aware that sometimes you do have to take a couple step backs to move forward, right? We have TYs here, which represents victory, rationality. Okay, so this is a mindset. This is you overcoming this mindset of being the victim. I feel like a lot of you guys were victimized, and it's really hard to get over that. You cannot look at yourself as a victim, okay? We all go through shit in our life that is painful, that hurts, that we're like, oh my God, this person literally hurt me. Like, why would anybody do that? Why would somebody murder somebody I love? Why would somebody abuse me? Why would somebody harass me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You are not a victim, right? If anything, you should start seeing yourself as a survivor of your circumstances, right? You are a survivor first before you are anybody's victim. Again, you are a survivor first because with Hagalaz right here, you guys have kind of faced some devastating things, some huge setbacks, some kind of destruction. And again, Spirit is trying to push you through it, right? Spirit is trying to bring you into harmony, and sometimes that takes you having a loss first, so it can bring you into this energy of this happiness of the sun and all of that. Last thing we got is Othala, which is about your legacy. What the fuck did I say before I pulled these rooms, y'all? What did I say? People will forget a lot of things, but they will never forget how you made them feel. They won't. They won't. And again, you don't want people left with a bad taste in their mouth about you. Now, this isn't about, oh yeah, I need to please everybody, because at the end of the day, you can't. And if somebody is being shitty, it's not your job to appease them so they have a good taste in their mouth. That's not what I'm talking about. But you definitely don't want to be in the energy where every time you cross somebody, and I mean like come across them, they are left feeling like you took advantage of them, you took something from them, you hid, whatever the case may be. I don't know why I said that, but that's the word that came to mind. So we're going to pull a couple angel oracle cards for some advice here. Spirit, for those seeing 55555, what is your advice here? Manifestation, composure, manifestation. There we go. Let's pull one more. Manifestation is represented by the number 8. Just because I'm like, life path 8s are like manifestors, right? So that's what we have here. Ask and receive. You guys, like this card right here, you see, it seems like there is so much going on here, even with here, right? There's a lot going on. And although this is like your connection to spirit, it feels like inner turmoil, inner conflict. Okay. There may be some kind of conflict or something like that you want to end or stop or put to rest. But you can't do that in direct combat, right? You know how they talk about fighting fire with fire. If you fight fire with fire, you know, the whole house is going to go up in flames. So who won? You both won by fighting fire with fire? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you guys have to learn how to walk away. Spirit is saying ask and receive. So take a step back and actually do your meditation, your prayers, whatever you call it, or whatever you do to connect to your guides. Do that. And make sure that you guys are asking the correct questions. What do you really want? Like I said, a lot of times in life we get distracted and we have this goal of, oh yeah, I just want to make $1 million. Well, you better put how you want to make $1 million, okay? Because there are a lot of ways you can make $1 million that will totally and completely ruin your life. Again, we love to celebrate people with money. We love to celebrate people with clout. But at the end of the day, if you are not a good person, you are going to have to face the consequences of that, regardless of how much money or clout that you have. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind when you are manifesting. Set your goals for happiness. Set your goals for satisfaction. Set your goals for harmony and balance in your life, okay? So that is all I have. If you're seeing this number, 55555, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and of course, leave your experiences below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.